But where people basically saying, look, man, you know, basically enslave me, man.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be safe, protect me, but then they're giving up their free. Exactly. It's crazy, man.
That's what you got. Order and KO. You know, you make a situation so chaotic to where the people just have no choice but to come to you. You know, sort us out. You know, and all of that. People start panicking. You know,
that's the Romans coming back, man. The draconian law.
Yeah, that's right.
But now they want to, because the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, they know they were the Romans, man. They got the history. A lot of those Rothschilds, they've got relics from Rome in their house, man. We've seen it. There was some documentaries. They've actually got Roman statues and stuff in their house, so they know what happened to Rome. So this time they want to, you know, get it in, man.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that they don't lose. They're trying not to lose this time.
It showed you that in that movie, All the Money in the World. I forget who that was based on. Was it J.P. Morgan? I forget who the guy was. It might be Chase. But pretty much when he had his own private collection of stuff, all he had was in there was Roman statues and all of that, man.
Right.
All the Money in the World. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But when you see how he was living, you know, you understood where he was coming from, so you had to get them hereditary treasures, you know.
Oh, so like how we look at certain things and we're like shit, but that's ours, man. So like Esau's like, no, look, man, them Romans, that's my history.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he riddles the society with Roman words like the space mission, Apollo, the botanical system, you know, all of that.
Yeah. Even everything you learn, even what you learn in school, like they will even touch on Rome and the history, but they don't ever go into the true history of Rome. They always show you parts of it, but never show you the true history of Rome or Greece, or because you know this is a zombie land. They don't even know. The majority of these zombies don't even know the real history, man. You know what I'm saying? But when they touch over it, Esau loves to touch over because that Esau is Rome.
Yeah, this is Rome 2.0.
This is Rome all over again. Rome 2.0 revived. This is which is Babylon the Great, which is what did the Lord call it? Egypt, Babylon the Great, Assyria. This is Rome, bro. You don't know that, but your wicked elites, they know that.
Yeah, because you know what?
Bro.
You know what, man?
This is Rome all over again, man.
You know what's funny, man, is that people.
And it's falling.
You know what's funny, man, is that people. Everybody's worshipping some kind of like false deity, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, these elites are acting like they're Christians. That's the new thing that they've done. They acted like
we're the cover-up.
Yeah, it's the great cover-up. Back in Rome, they had all them. You know, they were kind of more open with it.
Yeah.
You know. But now they come into the guise of, oh, we believe we're Christians and all that, which secretly you find out that these dudes are worshipping all types of different gods, man, and they got you worshipping it, but you wouldn't even know. Like Nike, that's a goddess and all that. Starbucks, it's got a god on there, you know.
Is that
And you know what's funny? You know, like, go on.
We need some precepts.
Yeah, I got
a quick one.
This is real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of the light. So that day is not going to overtake us. You know, we've got the light. What's the light? The scriptures, the understanding, this word.
6 or 30.
You know, the scripture says, what, a city that is set on a hill shall not be hid. Ye are the light of the world, man. And we got to let that light shine. You know? So we have the light to see in such a dark realm, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? You know what's crazy as well, brother? You know, the brother was talking about Rome and stuff, and the wicked elites. Because the wicked elites know that they're Rome. You know, the scholars of Esau know that they even called, did they not call the Romans Edomites? Who called them that? The scholars called the Romans Edomites.
Oh,
they called them scholars. Go on, Salakia.
Well, even in the Talmud, it says that, man.
The Talmud.
It's actually in the Talmud.
Yeah.
That it says that the Romans are Edomites. Crazy.
Rome is Esau.
Yeah.
It's Esau.
I do, man.
Now the elites, they know that they're Esau. They know they're Esau, and you know what they know? They know how Rome fell.
Yeah.
They know how the pagan Roman Empire fell. by the hand of Israelites.
Yeah.
Because Jacob was getting so high up in positions in Rome. We like brothers always got apostles. We know what we've been taught this. We know it. We believe that. We see it. What
Yeah.
you watch things when you watch things about Rome later on, you know now. Even when you watch it now, that was a Jake ruling because laws changed.
Yeah.
Things was happening differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just knew from laws were changing and the way the society was run. No, that had to be a Jake Caesar, man. That was up in there. That's how Rome was falling. So these elites, they know that was happening. But like the brother was going into, we're living in a time now. This has been the greatest cover up ever. Ever. So like it's a lot of things have been hidden.
Yeah.
But now what's happening is the world's ending because the Lord's revealing that cover up, man.
The truth
It's
is coming
ending.
out, yeah.
And Israel's right. And even now, the apostle even mentioned. I'm sorry, brother. I'll just say this.
Yeah,
There's
that
apostle-
scripture where says,
the brother even mentions the apostles mention this every now and then. If even if the hypothetically speaking, if Yahweh Shai didn't come back, this kingdom Israel would still take it over. Because look, Israel's everywhere right now.
Yeah.
But the Lord's doing it differently this time round.
Yeah,
He's going to
yeah.
flatten this
Yeah.
kingdom because the world's going to be renewed.
Yeah.
We're not going to inherit this. We're going to inherit something brand new.
Yeah.
Because
This is going to be destroyed.
They kept we started off with what music and sports, and then they had remember when basketball was what just Edomite,
Esau,
and
everything.
then Jacob went up in there, dominated it.
Dominated it.
And then the last bit that they've been clinging on to is the academics. Where you see all of them Jakes from Nigeria, they're becoming up in the academics. So what do you expect? The top family in the UK is a Nigerian family. What do you expect? How many generations is it gonna take? 1, 2?
You know what? You know what's going on? Esau's facade's getting lifted so heavy.
Well,
It's
what
so
he had,
heavy.
what he had over Jake was the 300 years head start. That's what he had, right? When he said you niggas can't read, you can't do nothing. Well, by not being able to read, we had no connection back to our book and our culture. So as a people, we was just down. Okay, you had no means of accessing who you was and accessing information. Now you're seeing that all just being spread up. Now you're gonna apply the spirit to everything you do.
That's right.
Come on, man.
That's right.
the mayor of Bristol, you was
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
the
straight
show.
up Jake,
It's a
man.
Jake, man.
Bro.
The mayor of Bristol's a Jake. I was watching that program Bargain Hunt. You know Bargain Hunt, right? So you got a Jake on there, man.
Jake.
Is it the carpenter guy? The painter? Am I thinking of a different shot? Because they got...
Jake's on all the shows, man.
Yeah. They got
Running
The one you're
things.
talking
You know the
about.
one I'm talking about?
And this Jake, you look at him,
Jake.
he's like, you think it's Benjamin, but you find that dude's from the Dominican Republic, man. He's a Dominican, he's rolling around here in Britain, he speaks British and all that.
But no, check out
And he-
Primetime
yeah.
TV. Sorry,
Nah, that was it.
Primetime TV, they got this dude, the Big Nasty on ITV on Primetime TV. That wasn't happening when we was young, man.
Big nasty.
But even I saw Edomites, you know, sometimes when you watch them
Big
things,
nasty.
and then you know
Big
he's
nasty.
getting like Edomites on the show, like Louis Theroux and all that, and Big Nasty just there, well, grand cousin, yeah, and he's laughing and that. You know, you gotta see, I'm like, bro, even Edomites comment on the thing, is this what Britain has come to?
When they got this show Noughts and Crosses, right? We tried and checked it, but
I heard about that.
the theme, it popped up today again. I was watching it, and you know that they've got like a Jake statue, like it's London, but because Jake's are ruling, I think they're ruling London.
Jake's ruling.
Yeah.
Bro, they've got like by the like the skyscrapers and the Shard, they've got like Jake statues.
Wow. I gotta
Bro,
check
this
it
shit
out,
was
man.
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Robert was mentioning
There was a middle class.
So, and you know what
they
they got?
told me about that. So this is very interesting. It's very interesting.
Basically, Esau's being
They
oppressed.
got, they got a Jake, right?
yeah.
They got this they got the Edomite looking dude, and he's in like, I don't know what, I ain't watched the show, but I think that the look is you gotta look more like Jake. So he's got like a Jake hairstyle, you know.
But the police guy, he's trying to make the
I
police
saw it.
force or something like
Even
that.
if it's-
I ain't seen it.
Hey, we have to.
I said, you know, but that's what it's gonna be in the kingdom. Everyone's gonna want that
You're gonna
dark
be like
skin, the
Jake.
woolly hair.
And then there's a clip
Yeah.
where I see the.
Because now
Let us go
everyone
to
wants
that
to look like
house of
Edomites,
Jacob.
man. Like you got these
Follow
black
after
women,
his
bro.
way.
The reason why they get red lips and them short wigs is because they want to look like Edomites.
Look
man.
even that, you know, even that is. getting
If you
fucked.
see a black woman next to a Edomite woman,
yeah.
you're like, what's the difference,
What's the
man?
difference?
They got that little bob wig, like let's say an older white woman. They try and make themselves actually look like an old white woman. You get that the Barbara Windsor wig, you know.
Oh man.
What are you
Oh,
doing,
man.
bro? It's mad.
Big old
Trying
blonde
to look like
in
the
it,
queen.
You know, they put pink, they blush
Blusher
their
and
cheeks
all
and all that.
Bro, it's fucked. There's in that Noughts and Crosses when you see the trailer, Stormzy's looking at Esau like that. He's like, There's a part in it because you know they're obviously making it like Jake is the ruler. So that's what you do when you're a ruler. You look at them Edomites like that. Like,
Oh, but that's how they look at us, man. There was that black woman on the BBC News arguing with a white woman that's called the Prime Minister a racist, and a white woman, that so-called Edomite, the so-called white woman, the Edomite, the look of hate that she had on her face towards the Israelite woman, man. Right, and it goes back to Genesis 3. What does the scripture say? There shall be enmity between thy seed and her seed, man.
and you know what? Why is Esau putting? Go on, brother. Go on, brother. So like, bring the
Proverbs 12:26, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
And even in this society,
Because you know what, Edomites are natural freaks, man.
the freaks. Like.
Now you Jakes have become wickeder than the wicked. Look at Atlanta and all that. Like, what on earth are you dudes playing at? Jake grown-ass men walking around with bras, going and all that, and squatting and all this. You know what I'm saying?
That's some fucked up shit.
You know, you guys, you know what I mean? Because Esau's off, man. But he's just naturally like that, man. Like Cesare Borgia, he was popping his sister and all that.
All of that.
And they kind of show you that in Game of Thrones and all that.
Spartacus as well.
Spartacus, yeah, I was thinking about.
They had that brother and the sister, the young one, and he was popping his sister and he said, "You're mine." Like, dude, that's your sister,
a lot of
bro.
royal families as well in this society have a lot of incest. Like the English royal family, a lot of them, they get down with all of that, and that's why even
I know
basic
that
things
too.
like the law and the
Their
fact
names.
of like
Certain-
you know when in the law where they told you you should not sleep with your father's wife, like it's basic things, but the nations don't have that. The nations don't have that understanding, man. It's as basic as it is.
Well, they show you that in their fantasy films, man. They show you that in their fantasy films. There are them scenes, brother, sister, mother, son.
But
They
even
believe that
even-
keep the-
hey brother, even I'm sorry, I just want to make. Hey bro, look, even Esau's pornos, man. You check out.
But
When
that's
you see
what I was. That's what I
pornos
was
are
saying.
like that.
That's what I was saying, bro. But I was
I
trying to make
crept
it
in,
more
I
sophisticated.
banged my sister. Like that pornos are like that.
That's what I was trying to say, bro.
You know, stepson bangs the mum and all this. You know the pornos like that. And it's a gorgeous looking woman. But the theme of it is the guy is related to her.
Yeah, bro.
Well, if I can,
That's what I was trying to say, you know.
yeah, if I can
You
say
know
the
how people are
scriptures,
into that.
the scriptures say there's the Lord, if someone can get it, mingle the perverse spirit, because that's part of what Esau uses to basically corrupt the minds of these people, man. That's why. I mean, where do you think people get these ideas to do all of these lewd sex acts?
Because Esau normalizes it. Esau makes it normal. It's a thing. So if you come up against it, it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what you got a problem with? That's
Brother, in Leviticus, in Leviticus 20 or 19, it said, remember the Lord said, don't sleep with animals. He said, don't sleep with your sister. Don't sleep with, and then, you know what the Lord said as well after that? He said, don't do these things because the nations that I set before you, they do these things. He actually said it, so he gave us a guideline. Don't play around like that. But these nations do that. But you see what's happened is the Jacobs has been Hellenized. That's the word, Hellenized. So badly, Jake's fucked, man. That's why when we tell them the truth, that's like an alien thing to them. No, I want to do what these crackers do, man. Or that's leading you to death, mate. I want to do what the cracker does.
Hey, well, you know what? Well, yeah, read the precepts.
You know?
This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not, whether unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?
And you know what I was gonna say, man? It's, back the scriptures says study the search of your fathers. Back in it, the way we dress and all that, we weren't dressing like this, man. I mean, men can wear trousers and that, but when you watch the movies, they dress Middle Eastern. They have like when you look at the robes and the designs, you can tell like a nation by the designs of their robes, man. You know what I'm saying? You can every time they put the biblical.
Says that. They said that he had a Babylonian
garment,
and he hid it underneath the
Lord
tree.
didn't even want them to take that.
Yeah.
But he was a heathen, then, man, because he was really. I'm feeling that. He was really coveting, like it's like a Roman toga. I want that, really.
Yeah. Hey, move it to today. Oh shit, that's a nice suit, man. I want that suit.
Yeah. That's the new Babylonian garment, the suit.
It is because he's a Babylonian phallus. He's a Babylonian garment.
Jake loved that. They
love that
Jake
suit.
drop it on, Jake, they train so then you train your lats fit the blazer properly. You know what I'm saying? Jake's like James Bond. Make Esau look stupid. they make Edom look dumb. Like, Jake put on that suit, and then Esau hates you, but then he has to give you the job. You go up in his shit. Jake do it, Judah and that do it so well. He has to give you the job, man.
Yeah, man, Judites, man. Man, like Judah shall be at the neck of the enemies. The pastors always saying that they're stroking the neck. Judah, man, like these Nigerians, a lot of them are Judites. They're everywhere, man. They'll be trying to run for. Like, they'll be trying to be in Russia, trying to become the run for office. Like, what
Where's Chukwu from?
You can't stop these
Where's
dudes,
Chukwu
man.
from?
These Judites, they just want to be involved, you know what I'm saying? That's their spirit, man, to be like at the top of things. That's crazy, man. That's a spirit, man. So they're up there. They'll be with the Edomite. The Edomites got the hate, but it's blank to them. Yeah.
Speaking Russian.
And they're doing everything. They're ticking all the boxes. It's crazy, man.
Well, a lot of people in them high offices, a lot of Jakes in high office, they're Nigerian, man. A lot of them in high offices. You go up into like where you're working at. I don't know. I'm not gonna put it on tape, but in them type of areas, nothing but Nigerian Jakes, man. I don't like them motherfuckers.
But they're Israelites, man.
Taking all the black jobs.
That's the Israelites, man. Funny stuff. Get on.
This is Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?
That's
And that's what they do. They trim the beard.
the one, brother.
Trim the beard tight.
That's in this world,
They
bro.
trim their voice,
Yeah,
trim their voice, trim their stature.
yeah, he's 6'9", but he's walking bent because he don't want to scare Edomites.
Well,
They show you that, the program The Witcher. They show you that. I think that show's hard. Now I think there's a game in it, and they showed you where he had the beard, right? And he said, "Oh, what's up with that beard?" He said, "This is like dignity." And he says, "Well, around here, when you're clean, you look more intelligent and all that." But that's that. You see, that's that Edomite, spirit, man. That Roman. That's why all the Roman Caesars, the ones that were Edomites, they never had no beards. But the Jake ones had the beards.
You can see the bust of them. Go. No, the bust. You see the bust of the Romans with Jakes because they had the beard and they had the curly hair as well. Like you see, that was a Jake, man. And you can see, and a lot of the busts that were the Jakes, they smashed the nose and off the stone.
You still with that? You had Jakes like today, getting all up involved in them and Esau's stuff, man. Wearing togas, shaving their face.
In his army,
in the army.
But all the nations, when you check out British Museum, all the nations that predate Esau,
They got beards.
they all had beards, man. When you see the Assyrians, they had the curly beard. That's how you knew it was the Assyrians, them long curly beards. Look like Elam right now, man. And then when Jake came up in there, they had the afro and the big beard, but Esau was the one that came up in there, the smooth marble face.
Even like
Pinball, the bowling ball.
The bowling ball.
So someone get Esdras.
They can't comb their hairs now.
Yeah, they
to
can't.
look like Esau, to make Esau feel comfortable.
That's crazy.
Straight
First,
Have a precept.
Maccabees.
Straight in it and that. Which is nothing but burning your fucking head, man.
You got that, yeah?
Can't.
This is first
Burn their hair and everything.
Maccabees chapter 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us."
Talks about when the evils are multiplied and everything.
Oh yeah, I'll start from this. Alright, this is verse 7. It says, "So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth."
Yeah, so when these Greek freaks come into power, man, everything's pretty much changed, man. Because the other nations, to a certain degree, like when you go to the Middle East, a lot of those nations, they wear robes, and they got their women are like, in some kind of order and stuff like that. But here, Esau brought that complete
Confusion. Upside
backwards,
down.
complete spirit, man. Because it's true. Because when you do look at the Assyrians and all that, and they wear beards. That's why you got this whole thing, the East versus the West, in terms of like to this day, man, the Western culture, you know,
Yeah.
To this day,
Yeah.
Western culture is women dressing like men.
Yeah.
I can do it too, wearing boots and F that culture, man. That's not in the scriptures, man. That's not biblical culture. And then you got Christians picking up the Bible today, trying to act like, well, that was in those days. What do you mean that was it? What do you mean, man? You got a new faith. You just like that's part of the law, man.
those people will stone you over them lands. Like, them lands, bring that shit over there. That's why they fight Esau so hard, man.
Yeah.
They'll stone you. Go there over there and tell them I'm a free woman.
Yeah.
In India, they rape women.
Yeah,
India,
yeah,
them
yeah.
guys are known to like gang rape a woman that's just wandering on her own. You know, they're doing some heathen shit.
Oh, shit.
They will pop her in a bush or whatever. But like, they do that shit, brother.
There's
You
a
can't just
reason-
wander around. I'm a free woman.
There's a reason why back then when you watch the Bible movies, they were all dressed like that, man. So for these modern Christians to be coming out with, oh, well, that was back then. You're not in tune with what was going in with the Bible. It isn't stuck. They was doing that. It wasn't just a fashion statement. It was actually law that a woman is supposed to dress
Decently.
Basically, a woman shall not wear that pertains to a man, and a man wears not. Basically, that's LGBT, man. That's freak show.
That confusion. Man.
That's bugged out, man. So if you're condoning LGBT role reversals,
Oh, sorry, but because I was gonna say they had there's this chef lady. She's on the BBC, the Indian woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was saying when she goes back to Elam land, she can't go anywhere without a man next to her. She can't go nowhere.
The scripture says, "Give a wicked woman no liberty to get abroad."
Yeah, they don't let her go nowhere. She can't go to the shop. She can't go to the toilet in this next village on her own.
You know what's funny? My sibling, I said to her, my sister, I said to her, she went to Morocco, and she said, oh, when she went to Morocco, the men were whistling at her. Men were whistling. So I said, why did they do that? She said, I said to her, did you wear a head wrap? Because you know the women might not be veiled like that.
Yeah.
But you can't just cover your hair. She wasn't doing that. So I said, well, you're gonna go there acting like you're from here. You're not covering your hair. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? And she didn't say nothing. She kind of ate that because it's true. She knows that. But you know what? She's thinking you can't run. See what happens in Esau's realm. You can't run in other parts of the world. Man. They'll kill you, man. You can't run that, bro. If you think you can go there, I can walk with my tits out. I can walk with my ass hanging out. I'm a free woman. That's bullshit, man.
Degenerate culture. You bring them precepts.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
You're like these Edomites, man. Like you're saying, I can walk with the knuckles out.
Upside down people.
Yeah. Look better down tap. You know what I mean? The foul spirit. They got a lot of these people that got demons on them. And a lot of them, when you see them tarts, they got demons that look like that.
They got so much demons. You can see the demon in their face nowadays. That's how bad this shit is now. I mean, like I always tell you, people got markers. They put markers on it. They'll have the blue hair. They'll have the no eyebrows.
The tattooed eyebrows.
You know these bitches got demons because it'll be like -5 degrees and this bitch will have her legs all out and shit. Right, his brothers will be in the big ass, jackets and shit, and these bitches ain't wearing no clothes.
And that club culture is disgusting. You got all these grown ass women with mini skirts on, high heels, can't even walk. You know that.
This demons protect you.
You know, grown ass women going out.
Their fires are warm.
For mischief.
Cold as hell.
There's nothing positive in their brain. They're going out there for mischief.
They got heels on in snow.
Demons, man. Going out. Yeah, babes. The girls and all that. Right.
And who it is. And the demons are with it.
They got other men. It's adultery.
They're going out there trying to exercise their polygamous ways. There's no other way to put it. They're going out there to exercise polygamy and hypergamy. Sorry, that's the word I'm talking about. The
Polyandry.
Well, you got polygamies for the men, and then one for the women's polymorous.
The word I was looking for was hypergamy. So that's the word I was looking for.
Hypergamy.
So I'm going out there to meet my girls. Don't come back.
Salakia, there's a bit more, It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, that's why grievousness which they have prescribed. That's Esau's laws, man. He's wild, man. Because this is very grievous. What brothers is even mentioning, the women thing, that's grievous, man. You know, when you know the right way and you're looking at it, this is what is this, man? This is demonic, man. You know what I'm saying? You even sometimes you might have a job where the woman's a goddamn manager's.
True.
She's all whacked out. That's hell.
Yeah.
She's crazy as all hell.
Yeah.
But you know what? These Edomites, they know that they got
This is
like when
demonic.
you watch like Dragon's Den, right? You see Edomite women act like that. Like they've always got these positions. And,
Of power.
and they're able to tell people what to do. So he's pumped, but he loves that, man. You know, he loves that. Just that.
Especially when they got a Jake underneath them. That's what they get off on. They get off on that shit.
Well, it's kind of the school systems like that. You got your kids up in there, Toby. You know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then when you're alert and you're in the spirit, man, that witchcraft wears off. So when you got that life in you, when either might see you, man, it throws them off, man. They used to like, oh, yes, massa, and all that.
Subservient Jacobs.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well,
Subservient Jakes, you know.
But that's when they really hate you. When you come into this truth, that's when they really hate you. Because you basically got the cheat code.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have got the cheat code because that whole... He's not physically more dominant. He's not smarter than you.
He's inferior.
He's inferior on all levels. And for all of his existence, he's walked around knowing that he was above you, and all of a sudden you're like, no, you're not above me.
Yeah.
They really hate that.
Because he was able to basically he wasn't able to hide that we're physically better. So because we're bigger, we're stronger, we're fast. He wasn't able to hide that.
Yeah.
But through his witchcraft, through his policies, he's been able to make Jake think that they're fools.
Yeah.
Right. So once with this truth, right, Jake actually start understanding, nah, I ain't no fool. I can actually do things. Right. You might look at a heathen and like, shit, heathen can do that. I'm an Israelite. That means I can do that and better. Right. You start carrying yourself in a different way, man. Right. You start understanding the scripture. When the scripture.
You know what, man? Sorry to cut you, but he's acting like we've had civilizations. Everybody has. So what the hell is he talking about? He's pathetic, man.
But you know,
even Jake's had civilization. Every nation's had civilization. Even though Jake made the other nation's civilization great, but he acts like he's the only person that popped up, sitting in positions and seats and making things happen. That's bullshit. But that's racism. That's just straight out plain racism. They gotta hide that, man.
Like witchcraft.
Because if you go Google right now, you type in the Egyptians, you see Edomites. You type in the Syrians, you see Edomites. You type in the Babylonians, you see Edomites. Christians, Edomites. Everyone's an Edomite.
Apart from Edomites.
Everybody looks like an Edomite. What the hell is that all about? How can you have all of these? Sorry, Salaki,
No,
bro.
you're right.
All of these civilizations, that's fucked up, right? You see all of these people,
It's just
but
so
every time
blonde,
you go
dude.
in history,
It's blonde.
they're all blonde, they got straight hair.
But then when you see relics, I'm gone a while.
Not safe.
Habakkuk
Blonde
1:4.
Edomites and that.
Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
I was even gonna, what I was just quickly gonna say, and that's it.
That's that pussy worship. Woman's pregnant and she's walking, jogging.
She's pregnant and she's
What kind
jogging.
of shit is this, man?
And then she's wearing clothes that
Edomites are just trash.
This is bullshit act. And her clothes showing her everything, what her arse and that's demonic. She really looking to be seen. Look at me. And you're pregnant. She be at home, man, cooking a meal, man. Feeding yourself, feeding your man.
I was just gonna say, just on that point,
Hate this place, man.
I was gonna say on that point, like everything that's recognized in the society has to be approved by Edomites. Like you can go to like,
We're living in it. You know
Like,
what I'm saying? We complaining, but we know we're here, you know? You gotta deal with it.
because like even the way time is measured, first it was the Julian calendar, now we're under the Gregorian calendar, it's under Edomite influence. Even if you go to like some sort of university outside of Europe and you study the same shit that Edomites study here, you get their equivalent of a qualification. They're not gonna identify that unless you've gone to an English university. You can get married according to like your cultural laws of West Coast or whatever, but unless you've got the ring and you've done the ceremonial laws according to Esau's way, they don't recognize.
By the power
By the
invested in me by the state.
Bro, this Jake, I knew at the job when I was working, this Jake, tall ass Jake, you know this king.
want to start getting these precepts.
I got a precept. It says first,
It's true.
1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
That's right. You go into it, brother. Go into it, man. 'Cause
Yeah,
you know,
man.
I was nattering on. You know what I'm saying? Go into it. Go into
It
it.
says in like manner also that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, man. And that modest apparel, that ain't talking about fucking leggings, man.
That's right.
You know,
bro.
showing your showing your legs, you know,
Yeah.
short skirts.
Old lady and she's got
Yeah.
Yoga pants.
you can see the baggie she's got.
Flapping over in there.
You're like a giant child, man.
It's true. Hey, brother,
You're like a baby.
It's true, isn't it?
And even saying that's offensive to these people, man. How can you say that?
My body.
Well, that's why the scripture says.
it's my
Well,
body.
the ways of the
Let me wear
righteous,
this.
Yeah.
abomination.
Yeah.
That's right.
The wicked ways of the wicked,
my
abomination to the right.
But even what we wear, you know what we wear? Because the garments, people like, you know, it's funny because people always nitpick out the garments, you know, like they make them jokes, whatever. They don't do it as much, but they do it. But you know what? These are ancient. You know, with this, it's better than wearing some tight jeans. Like these jeans are demonic, really. Wearing this clothes, you know, your nuts are hanging and all this, bro. You know, it's you can see the shape of a man's backside. You know, in these clothing, ancient clothes. When you watch the Rome, Rome, they were told medieval and